Hey guys and girls, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of what they call a toad in a hole. I think it's really popular across the pond over there, and over in the UK. They put some sausages down into a pan and cover it with some batter and bake it in the oven. And over here in the States, I've seen them where they take a piece of bread, cut a hole out in the middle of that bread there, and crack an egg and put it in there and just fry it and flip it over. What we're going to do tonight, yep, that's right, you read the title correctly. How about a toad in a bunghole? That's right. We're going to try it out tonight and see what we come up with. I got a pound of this is 73% lean, 27% fat ground beef. And we're going to make our bunghole out of that. Not all of it. That'd be too big of a bunghole. You don't want your bunghole too damn big. So let me get my bunghole all made up there and we'll be back in a second. Alright, so we got our bunghole made. I made the hole a little big because that ground beef's got a lot of fat in it. I think our bunghole is going to shrink up on it, so we need that hole big enough to put a toad in a few minutes. So, I got a little pan over here heating up. We're going to cook our bunghole for a little while first. I got it salt and peppered on both sides. We're going to pick him up. Just like I said, just like I said, we're going to go lay him right down in the middle. Right there, guys, over there. You ain't paying attention. Just like that. And we're going to let that fella fry up for a while. And we'll be back and flip it over. Because I want that to cook a while before we put the toad in it. Because this is going to take longer to cook than the toad does. So, like I said, we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys and girls, we'll be letting our beefy bunghole cook for about 4 or 5 minutes. And we'll see if we can flip it over without tearing it apart. Hey, look at that. Boy, that looks good. Got a good char bark on it. Yeah. I'm going to turn down the heat a little bit. And like I said, and I thought so, look at there, our little hole, our bunghole is shrunk up on us. That's why you want to make your hole a little bit bigger, especially if you're using a lot of ground beef with a lot of fat in it. It'll shrink up on you. Now, I think after the heat gets just a little bit lower, I don't want to overcook the beef there. I still want to let the heat go a little bit lower and then we'll throw a toad in there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And that time, take a drink or two and this beer and we'll see what happens next. Alright, it's only been about a minute. I drained off a lot of that fat. There's too much grease in there. Let's add our toad to it. Right there in the middle. Just like that. Yes, sir. Yeah, leak out on the sides. That's going to make it gooder. That's just going to make it gooder. Let me throw this eggshell away. Now, I'm just going to let that guy sit there and do his thing for a few minutes. Actually, let's tell you what. Let me take that off there. Let me grab a lid. This lid is going to help the top of that egg cook, top of that toad cook up. Let's turn the heat back up just a little bit. Now, about a couple minutes, see what happens. Alright gang, our toad, I think, is exactly where I want it at. A little soft. If it's a little overdone, that's okay, but if you know me, I like egg gravy. What I'm going to do now, let's hit it with a little, what is this? Some Frank's hot sauce. Let's put some Frank's on top of that. Eggs love hot sauce, don't they? Or toads, I should say. Now, let's put a pretty good dash of Frank's. Let's give it a blanket. We don't want our toad to get cold. So we're going to put some shredded cheddar all over the top of that, just like that. How about that? Everybody know each other. I think it's all right. Cheddar makes it all better. That's what I'm saying. Let's throw the top back on it. That'll help that lid, or that'll help that cheese get all married up with that burger there, or that toad in the bunghole there, you know. And we'll come back when that sucker's ready to put on a big bun, and we'll slam our face in it. Alright gang, our toad in the bunghole is done. What you see here, I toasted up a couple buns. Look at that. Look at that. That fried cheese all around it. Let's just slide her out. Well, let's maybe use a little help with a spatula. How about that? Put it right there on that bun. Boys and girls. That's a big bastard, ain't it? Let's top her off. Look at that. Look at that. Can you see it? What is that? Toad in a bunghole. That's what I call it anyway. You know, we got to tear into it, I guess. I'm not just going to pick it up and eat it because it's going to go everywhere. So I guess we need to get it back. Let's see, right there. Let's get us a knife. And we're going to cut it, I suppose. And look at that cheese. That cheese, look at there. Ooh, let's take a taste of that cheese. That fried cheese first. All right. I see a little bit of egg gravy. There we go. Yeah, we got some egg gravy. Look at there. There we go. Say pow! What Frank's? You can taste that Frank's. That's some good stuff. Sorry, my mouth's plumb full. But anyway, toad in a bunghole with a cheese blanket. How about that? Toad in a bunghole with a cheese blanket. All right, guys. As always, you stuck around to the end. Cheers. And we'll see you next time. Bye.